Alright, in this video I'll be walking you through the data inside your secret niche files. Okay, so I just wanted to explain to you how you can actually analyze this data and actually make use of them in your marketing efforts. Okay, so you'll receive one report for every single niche, and so there's 20 reports for 20 niches in total. Alright, so right now I'm inside the report for the acne niche. Okay, so let me just quickly walk you through each and every single section that you see inside the report. Okay, so the first section that you see reviews the market sentiment, okay, in the niche. Okay, so this data is actually taken from Google Insights. Okay, if you wish to check out the Google Insights website, just go to google.com and type in Google Insights and just click on the first result. Okay, so basically this section shows the general market interest, attention and curiosity online about the topic, okay, in year 2010. Okay, so of course this graph shows the general interest in 2010 for acne. Okay, so it gives you a rough idea, when are people actually searching for information related to acne the most. Okay, and as you can see in this graph, okay, the demand or the interest kinds of peaks during August. Okay, kinds of peak during between August and September. Okay, this is the point, and it gradually goes down, okay, towards the end of the year before it increases again in January. Okay, so hence if you're in the acne niche, okay, you're creating products that that are solving problems in the acne niche, you should be ramping up your marketing efforts in probably during August and September, since that's when the demand is the highest. Okay, now of course this data is meant to be used as a rough estimate, but it does help give you an idea when the demand for each and every niche, okay, is the highest. Okay, now next up you'll see the regional interest. Okay, you see the regional interest. Okay, so basically what this this data shows you is the general market interest online according to geographical location. Okay, now one very important thing to take note is this does not actually reflect the absolute search volume or the absolute volume or interest level of interest. Okay, what it does is it basically just gives you a comparison, okay, between the various countries. Okay, so even though Trinidad and Tobago is top of the list, it doesn't mean that the number of searches being done in Trinidad and Tobago for acne is the highest. Okay, it just means that there's probably a higher chance that people in Trinidad and Tobago are actually searching for information related to acne. Okay, and as you can see over here, all results from Google Insights are normalized. Okay, you could just visit the Google Insights website and they'll give you a better explanation. So this just basically gives you a gauge of what is the general interest and general demand, okay, of of what are the top countries that has the highest level of demand and interest for that particular niche. Alright, the next section, okay, you'll see the demographics data. Okay, so this data is actually extracted from quantcast.com. okay, and it's based on an authority website in each particular niche. Okay, so in this example for the acne niche, we are using acne.org. Okay, so this demographics data reviews things like the gender, okay, of your average prospect, age, children per household, education status, income levels, and as well as ethnicity. Okay, so this will help you identify who's your average prospect. So when you're writing your sales copy, for example, let's say in this case acne niche, okay, the demographics says it's majority females. Okay, so when you're writing your sales copy, okay, you have to write it in a way that it appeals to females. You write it like in a way that you're talking to a female prospect. Okay, and if you were to zoom in, okay, and see the data over here, you see that 51% actually belong to the 18 to 34 years old age group. Okay, so again, when you're writing a sales copy, you should write it in a language that it appeals to this particular age group. Okay, and also when you're creating the product, it should also be geared towards females. Okay, since as you can see, the majority are actually females. Okay, so now if you can't see the data clearly, simply use the zoom function. Okay, or you could just just make use of the zoom function to zoom in so that you can see the specific breakdown. Okay, but of course, the main thing that you should focus is on the left hand side, where it actually summarizes what are the majority of, or should I say, what demographics does the majority of your target audience belong to. Okay, now the next section is the psychographics, okay, variables. Okay, it shows you the psychographics variables. Okay, so this reveals to you some of the other interests of your target market, of your target audience. All right, so over here, okay, we can see that prospects in the acne niche, okay, they are generally interested or relatively interested in science and nature, discussion and chat, as well as health news and info. So probably when writing a sales copy, you might want to throw in a little information about science, or you could provide some health news or information in your newsletter or in other products that you cross promote to your customers. Okay, so the basic idea is just to give you a better understanding of your prospects, so you know exactly what interests them, and what could be what are some of their possible emotional hot buttons. All right, so this is just give you an idea. You really just let your imagination run wild. All right, now the next section, okay, is a compilation of 20 of the most frequently asked questions, okay, in the particular niche. Okay, so this is the section that where you need to pay really careful attention to. Okay, because this is going to reveal to you what your market is searching for online and what they truly want. Okay, so each of these questions could actually form entire products by itself, or it could be used as modules or chapters in your new products. Okay, so let me just give you a quick example. Okay, the first question that you see over here is, how does acne form and how do I get rid of them? Okay, so obviously from this you know that people are interested to find out how does acne form. Okay, so in the first chapter of your ebook, okay, perhaps the title could simply be how does acne form? Okay, or the title could be what must you do to prevent acne from forming? Okay, so as you know that this is something that your target audience is asking. All right, now let us take a look at some other questions. How do I get rid of acne scarring after my acne is gone? How can I get rid of acne without drying out my skin? What is the best acne scar removal treatment? Okay, so the answers to each of these questions, could either be an entire product by itself. Okay, perhaps you could come out with a product with the title "How to Get Rid of Acne Scarring After Your Acne is Gone." Okay, it could be an entire product, a title by itself, or it could just simply be a chapter title. So one of the chapters could be how to get rid of acne scarring, okay, or how to get rid of acne without drying your skin. Okay, so I'm sure you get the idea. Okay, now let me just scroll down, okay, and see are there any interesting questions. All right, so take a look at this. Okay, over here I see a couple of interesting questions. Okay, for example, is it true that stress causes acne? Does chocolate really cause acne? Does makeup cause acne? Okay, so you could write a short report which is titled 5 Myths About Acne You Must Know. Okay, and inside this short report, okay, you could answer these questions, all right, which is these three questions, and as you know that these are the questions that people are asking. So inside your report, simply address these myths. Okay, so myths such like, does stress cause acne, does chocolate cause acne, does makeup cause acne, and so on and so forth. All right, so I really hope that you see how powerful these frequently asked questions are. Okay, since these are commonly asked questions, in your niche market. Okay, if your product, okay, is able to answer these questions, you know that without a doubt that your product will be in demand. All right, now of course, in order for a product to sell, not only must the product have to be of really high quality, more importantly, your sales copy has to convert well. Okay, so similarly, we can make use of these frequently asked questions to write our sales copy. Okay, so what you do is to simply rewrite each of these questions, okay, and turn them into selling statements. And the best way would be to insert these selling statements as bullet points for either your sales copy or your squeeze page. Okay, so let me just give you a quick example. Alright, again, let me just go back to the first question. How does acne form? Okay, and how do I get rid of them? Okay, so a possible bullet point in your sales copy could be: discover the top 5 causes of acne and what you must do to prevent them. Okay, since people are asking how does acne form, alright, so why not just include this as a bullet point? Discover the top 5 causes of acne and what you must do to prevent them. Alright, the next question: how do I get rid of acne scarring after my acne is gone? So another possible bullet point in your sales copy could be 5 simple ways to ensure your acne scars never come back again. Alright, okay, let's take a look at the third question. How can I get rid of acne without drying my skin? So simply rewrite this into a possible bullet point, which is how to get rid of acne without drying your skin, and you could add a parenthesis and ensure your skin remains smooth forever. Alright, so this is just an example, and I'm sure you get the point. Alright, so just look through the whole list of questions and see if you are providing the answer to these questions in your product. Great, just rewrite these questions and use them as bullet points in your sales copy. Alright, so this is really powerful stuff that is going to help you tremendously in your copywriting. Okay, so now let me just move on to the last section, which is another highly important section, and that is the problems and frustrations which your target market is facing. Now, let me repeat this in case you did not catch it in our sales copy. Alright, when writing a sales copy, you need to sell the problem first before you sell the solution. Okay, because if you wish to sell a product, you need to first sell the problem and let your prospects know and feel the problem accurately, okay, before you actually attempt to sell them the product. Now, unfortunately, most marketers jump right into selling the features and benefits of their product without taking the time to understand if their prospects believe they even have a problem. Okay, now the top salesmen and top copywriters know the importance of selling the problem first, which is why they always start off by describing the problems that their product is the answer to. Okay, so you really need to bear this in mind. Okay, and here's another quick tip for you. Alright, if you can describe the problem that your prospects are facing better than they can describe it, they will automatically assume you know the solution. Okay, this is a very powerful tip and it can really work wonders for you. Okay, now of course, in order to sell the problem effectively and describe the exact problems your target audience is facing, you need to take an effort to truly find out what problems bug them the most, which is why this section will help you tremendously in this area. Okay, so let me just quickly run you through how you can make use of this section. Okay, now you will see a summary headline, okay, for each of the problems that we have gathered, okay, followed by the exact words which are taken from either the surveys that our team conducted or in the forums. Okay, now it is actually useful to use the words exactly as it is presented here, because these are the unfiltered and uncensored words which were used directly from your prospects. Okay, and you know, the thing is, when you're able to speak your prospects language and describe their problems exactly as how they have described, or exactly how they are actually feeling these problems, you know, it builds instant rapport and trust. Okay, so you should always try to use these problems as it is presented here. Okay, now as mentioned, sell the problem first before you sell the solution. So in the first few opening paragraphs of the sales letter, you should try to use these problems as much as possible. Okay, so let me just quickly give you an example. Okay, so let's say if you're trying to sell a product, okay, that helps people deal with acne, help people get rid of acne. Okay, so your sales copy could start something like this. So dear friend, okay, so you take a look at the problems. Okay, as you can see, this problem is I have tried many of the anti-acne products available, but I'm not satisfied with them. Okay, so you could say, dear friend, have you, or you could, you know, simply copy and paste, okay, and just rewrite them. Okay, just copy this section. So have you, okay, so dear friend, have you tried many of the anti-acne products available but are not satisfied with them, as you feel that the results they give are just a matter of time? Okay, so this could be your first statement, okay, in your sales copy. Of course, do rewrite them, you know, if it doesn't make sense. Okay, but all right, so just see if you need to do any rewriting. Okay, but be sure to capture the emotion and the gist of the problem. Okay, so let us take a look at the second problem to see you know, if you can include this in our sales copy. So I just copy it and paste it into the draft, sales copy draft, and see how I can actually rewrite them. Okay, or you could say, have you tried many of the anti-acne, or have you not been using any new makeup products and you keep your face clean by washing thrice a day, but you still have acne problems? Alright, so remember, the first few paragraphs or sentences should try to sell the problem, and you know, you need to work and try to trigger their emotional hot buttons. Okay, so as you can see, you know, just by going through the first two problems, you already generate the first two paragraphs of your sales copy. Now, of course, do look through the entire list to see, you know, which are the more prominent problems that, you know, you feel that your target market could be facing. Okay, so try to find problems that, you know, really describe a huge problem and that have you know, hot emotions tied into it. Okay, so let me just continue with one more sentence in the sales copy. Okay, so you could say something like, okay, so this problem talks about dry skin, so you could say you want to give them let them know that you understand their problem. So you could say, I know how it feels, especially when you have dry skin. Okay, okay, so I just think I saw another problem about dry skin. Okay, so I have very dry skin, so many anti-acne products do not work on it. So I know how it feels. I know how it feels, especially when you have dry skin, and so many anti-acne products do not work on it. Okay, so you could even copy and paste the entire problem. Okay, in fact, okay, so this will form the last in fact, they make your dry patches and acne even worse. Okay, so just by taking the 3 problems, okay, you basically form the opening section of your sales copy. So after you have emphasize on the problems and make your prospects feel the pain, only then do you actually introduce your product as the solution. Okay, now which is why this section, the problems, identifying the problems and frustrations of your target audience, is so powerful. Okay, and the thing is, knowing this information not only helps in writing your sales copy, it also helps you in coming up with product ideas as well. Okay, now for example, as you can see, many of your prospects actually face the problem of getting rid of acne on dry skin. I see dry skin being mentioned here. Okay, let me see if there are any other mentions of dry skin. The sensitive skin. Okay, all right. So for doubt that people are having the problem of getting rid of acne on dry skin. Okay, so what you can do is, of course, dedicate a chapter in your product that talks about this problem. Okay, so if your product is able to provide the answer to this particular problem that many of your prospects are facing, obviously it's going to be very popular. Okay, so likewise, you should also try to rewrite all these problems, okay, as and use them in your bullet points as well. Okay, just like how we did in the previous section with the frequently asked questions. Okay, so definitely make use of these problems in your sales copy, in the opening paragraphs, and also in the bullet points, as well as use them with coming up with product ideas. Alright, so with that, this marks the end of this video. I really hope this has given you a clear understanding on how to make use of this awesome data. Okay, now believe me, if you start using what I've just shared, this will help you tremendously both in your product creation as well as your copywriting. Alright, so start looking through all the secret niche files in each of the 20 niches and utilize them fully. Alright, and if there's any niche that you like a secret niche file created in our future releases, okay, be sure to submit your niche suggestions by using the link provided on our download page. Alright, so really hope that you've enjoyed this video. If you have benefited from our product, the secret niche files, please do leave us a comment on our WSO thread, or just simply email us to drop your testimonial, and we really appreciate that. Alright, so with that, this is Kelvin Woon signing off. Take care, and I wish you all the best.